Hello Taurus, welcome to your first bonus reading for the month of June. We're going to do a love reading for you because who doesn't love a love reading? We're going to use the Revelations Tarot. We will get clarifiers with the Royal Gilded Tarot. And we'll jump right in. Now I have shuffled both of these decks off camera. It just helps save a little bit of time, that's all. So let's get our message or messages for the month of June for the sign of Taurus. And if this is the first time you have seen one of my readings, welcome. This is your bonus. And how did you guys get these bonus readings? Well, it is because you checked out your monthly tarot reading for the month of May. You guys had the most views, likes, and interactions, so you guys get the bonus readings. Now the bonus readings, oh, my Gemini brain's having a hard time with this current Mercury retrograde. Just getting the card that fell on the floor, looking for, oh, okay, I wanted one more card, but we got a few more than that. But the readings, the monthly readings for the month of June are up, and the same thing is going to apply when it comes to getting a bonus reading or bonus readings, one for each week for the following month. That's going to carry forward. So check out your June monthly reading, share it with all your Taurus friends, and get the view count up, because then that way you can get bonus readings for July. But we are starting off, and I'm not hugely surprised at this card that came out for the first week of June. You have the Six of Cups. Now the Six of Cups talks about things, particularly things that you have an emotional attachment to, and quite often this means people from your past. When the card is in the upright, we are doing so with fondness, or I should say you are doing so, even though my Venus and Mars are both in Taurus. The Six of Cups is looking back at things with fondness. Now, because we have a current Mercury retrograde happening, Mercury retrogrades like to bring situations and people, mostly people, back from our past. And right now Mercury is in retrograde. It went retrograde on May 29th. It will stay retrograde until June 22nd. And right now this retrograde is in the sign of Gemini. So there's a very strong probability. Did I mention I'm a Gemini? This Gemini mouth? Having a tough time with communication. Why? Because Mercury retrograde is in the sign of Gemini. The planet of communication is in the sign of communication. We have the Sun in Gemini as well as Venus in Gemini. Now Venus is your planet, Taurus. That's right. The planet of beauty and love rules over Taurus. So you can really expect people from your past to be coming in or coming back. Now, that is a good thing if you want them to be there. Now, if you don't want them to be there, you're going to have to communicate very clearly, which is going to be a bit of a challenge for almost the entire month of June because of the Mercury retrograde. So dig in deep, be patient, which not necessarily a Taurus strong suit. Sorry guys, every sign's got something. For Geminis, we have more than one because there's two of us. Anyway, when it comes to you Taurians, or the bull is the sign, which is what represents your sign. You don't like to sit and wait for things. And the Six of Cups does have a bit of a sense of waiting. Communications, though, You're going to have to be very, very clear when this situation from the past comes in for the first week of June. Now, for the second week of June, we have the Eight of Swords. Now, the one good thing, I know the light's a little bright, and I have to have it on because it's starting to get dark out. The Eight of Swords is just what we are thinking and what is going through our minds. It is not something that is actually happening to us, because the swords is represented by all air signs and represents what we are thinking. And right now, you guys are thinking, or at least the second week of June, you're thinking you're trapped and that you're stuck in a box. But in reality, you're not. This is just, it's a sense of thinking you're trapped. There's always a way out, particularly with the Eight of Swords. Now, if you can get that energy to flip and take a moment and pause, now this is where that patience is going to come in. If you can flip the Eight of Swords, you are breaking out of that box. But for the majority of that second week, now technically we are in the second week of June at this point, because it is June 6th, which is a Sunday. I will be releasing all of these bonus videos on a Sunday. We are moving towards a new moon and a solar eclipse, which also doubles down on that bringing back of people, specifically because this is a love reading. So I'm going to focus on the people that are coming back or potentially coming back. And they're coming back in to either because it's karmically what we need to learn our lesson, or it is because we are calling them back. Now, if this gives you an icky feeling and thinking like you're going to be trapped with that person coming back continuously, you will, unless you break the cycle. It's terrible. It's a little harsh to say that, but it's true. You have to break that cycle of that person coming back if you don't want them back. If you don't want that situation coming back, you have to break that cycle and do something different. Now, when it comes to the people aspect of this, more than likely somebody that you were involved with, because this is a romance reading, somebody you were involved with within the past. Now, it doesn't have to mean that the relationship in the past worked. That may be why they're coming back, is because it's time for a second go at this. Situations and circumstances change for people. People occasionally need to be let go so they can grow up or learn their lessons so they can be a better partner. It's always a good idea to at least hear them out. Let them say what they got to say. And if you don't want them back, then say so. And if you want them back, then discuss things further. We can go into a little more detail when it comes to that in just a moment. I'm still trying to figure out how these last three cards kind of fit. I think they fit together near the end of the month. But meanwhile, the third week of June, you have the Three of Wands in reverse. Now, the Three of Wands usually speaks of having made a decision and waiting for the response or the answer to come back. Now, with the Three of Wands in reverse, you're not really waiting. This particular card, as you can see, it looks like there are three people lighting the way together, but in the reverse, that person is solo. And so you're not waiting around for anybody else to move forward and to strike out on your own. You're going to light your own path. So if this person from the past is taking their sweet time coming back, or they're just taking their sweet time deciding what they are doing, you're not ready to wait for them. to make up their mind and for them to make a decision. You're striking out on your own on this one. And I don't mean striking out like you're not going to be successful at any attempts. You're just not willing to stick around and wait for other people to get their shit together in order to move forward. You're just going to move forward. Now, that is a little bit unusual for you because, Taurus, you're often a team player. And because you are ruled by Venus, and Venus being the planet of beauty and love, you like that partnership. You are all about commitment. And it gets you a little fired up when the other half is not. Now, in the last half of June into July, I have a funny feeling this is why there are so many cards, is because there's a lot going on. And the reason is you have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, where you were striking out on your own. You're maybe backtracking on that a little bit. The Nine of Pentacles is in the upright is the single, independent, wealthy, feminine energy. Now, believe it or not, Taurus, you are a feminine energy, and that is because you were ruled by Venus. Now, in the reverse, I'm just looking at the card because in the reverse, I don't get lots of reversals. I go through my deck. When I shuffle them, I usually go through and make sure all the cards are upright. So if you're getting one in the reverse, it was meant to be an opposite message. And sometimes in each card, there are subtle messages that come through that the creator of the deck wants to instill in the card. Now, in the reverse, this is not a soft feminine energy. There's a bit of a harshness to it. And the independent side of you is getting a little tired of carrying all of this. And you want a solution to this. Well, you've got the Knight of Swords, who does exactly that. They come swooping in with a solution. And unfortunately, the Knight of Swords does not take anybody's emotions into consideration when they come in with the answer. And they are the answer to your prayers. They are what you have been calling in and what you have been asking for, but they're not in touch with their emotions, and they aren't in touch with your emotions either. So be careful of this Knight of Swords energy. It is quick moving, so it's not going to stick around for a long period of time. But then you've got a softer feminine energy that comes in, and this could be you just embracing, after all of this harsh masculine energy, you're embracing a bit of your softer side, and you are embracing your emotions as well as nurturing and caring, not just for yourself, but for others. And there's some creativity here. There's a lot of intuition. So you're going to have to use your gut when it comes time to deal with this harsh masculine energy that maybe wants you to commit and you're not into it. You're not wanting to commit with this rushing energy. Now, we were going to clarify the Eight of Swords. Let's see what we can get for you to clarify the Eight of Swords. Oh, I laugh. Remember the first week of June that we've kind of surpassed, for lack of a better, sorry, that's just the way the calendar worked out. This is the beginning of the month. Your mid-month is clarified. Your Eight of Swords is clarified with the Six of Cups again. So you're feeling trapped by this person that's coming in from the past, and it's maybe because they're trying to warm you up or butter you up. I don't know if you are familiar with that phrase, but they're trying to get you to warm up to their offer, and they keep coming back and saying, hey, remember the good times, remember this, remember the good times. What's going to happen with all of this? Well, you've got the Queen of Swords. So that is you using your intellect to make a decision whether you allow this person back in or not, or whether you decide to cut them off. And this you may be having a lot of feelings of defensiveness over it. At the very bottom of the deck, yeah, they hurt you. This is somebody definitely that you were in a past relationship in, and they hurt you. They wounded you deeply, and you're very defensive at them, trying to weasel. I don't know why I'm getting weasel their way back in. They're trying to get back into your good graces, and you're really going to have to think about it and tell them what your choice is, whether you let them back or not. Now, where's this going to lead? Are you letting them back or not? Ooh, you're going to be thinking about this for a while here with the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is being at a crossroad, not really being sure which way to go. And you're wanting the light to come in between the two mountains there, to shine. You want something to come in very quickly with the Wands energy, to come in and shine some light on what the actual answer is, like which way should you go. You want a little help with it, to shine a light. And I do strongly feel that it's going to be an individual decision. It's going to depend on your current circumstances and their current circumstances, and what the past circumstances between the two of you were. This is somebody that you're on a current break from. There we go. Three of Cups. This could have been due to a third-party situation. Now, with the Queen of Cups, I did see the Queen of Cups kind of flash through here. Third party, third energy, that could be the reason why you were on a break is due to a cheating situation. Or with the Queen of Cups being present, maybe somebody got pregnant. Maybe somebody is pregnant and that's why you're taking a rest. The end of a painful cycle. With the Page of Wands, there's a message that needs to come in. Page of Wands, Page of Cups together. You're really looking for a lot of direction, and you may have to get creative. Again, I'm kind of picking up, there's a message about a potential child here. Now, whether it is you have a child with this person, or this person has a child that you were close to. Or again, that this third party situation, that could be you, them, and the child, whether it is you, them, and your child together. It is you, them, your child from a previous relationship, or you, them, and their child from a previous relationship. There's three in this equation. And it's really had you feeling like you're juggling and may have even put a strain on your resources or finances, particularly if this had to do with a separation and you had to go after the other half for child support, custody, spousal support. But know that if you follow your intuition, allow your gut instinct to talk to you, you're going to know how to get out of this situation, when what the right answer is for you. And it is going to lead you out of this rough period of time into much calmer situation. And that is where you're not necessarily waiting for their response. You're making the decision on your own. Yeah, you've got the Knight of Swords and the Lovers here. Remember, Knight of Swords here. With the Queen of Cups, you could be the mother. And whether this is you're pregnant, and if you are, congratulations. You may already have your child here with you. But the Knight of Swords here at the end of the month, you've got the Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck that we are using for clarification. Again, don't count on this to be a quick or easy decision. You may have to put emotions aside in order to get your answer, but your answer is coming swooping in, and you will know by the end of the month as to which way you are going with your decision. Now, with the first deck that we used, bottom of the deck, we have the Death card. This is the end of a cycle. Now, once you go through this death process, and this card is actually a rather lovely representation because this is Ganesh, I believe a Hindu god or goddess. I don't remember if it is feminine or masculine energy, but it is one of the most revered deities in the Hindu religion, and it's nothing to be afraid of. It is not an actual death, but it is the end of a cycle. And after that cycle is over, what is it when we flip the card over? There's the baby, there's the rebirth, there's the new. And what is this going to lead to? Got the Sun card, happiest card in the deck. This is something you've been working towards. You have the knowledge within you. You know the answer. Commitment isn't on the table. You are going to have to cut that situation out and keep working hard towards your goals to get things back in balance. After heartbreak, there's your Two of Wands. You've got the Two of Wands twice. You've got the Two of Swords. Sorry, I'm losing feeling in my foot. You've got the Two of Swords twice. You've got the Three of Wands in reverse. So decisions are being made, and this is after a heartbreak. High Priestess, secret. There's a secret involved. And you're going to allow your gut to kind of take over the situation and get you the answers that you're looking for. And the High Priestess, with it being a major arcana card, it is the number 2, as you can see there. It talks about balance as well. So there's a whole lot of bringing things back into balance, bringing things back into perspective. And it really feels like that this person coming in with the Six of Cups is coming in and rocking the boat. This card keeps looking at me here. This is really rocking the boat, and it's very unsettling. But by the end of the month, you're going to have a lot more settled. Decisions will be made and will have been made. And with the Hermit card, having the knowledge within you already kind of know where this is going. You already know what the answer is going to be. This is the card of Virgo. There may be a period of isolation or going within and kind of keeping everybody away and at bay to bring this kind of energy in. And it's kind of to give yourself some breathing room. It is the card of Virgo, so it is a fellow earth sign. I don't think my camera will pick it up, but in the middle of The Hermit card is another circle which talks about cycles. Remember, you've got the Death card. The Sun card also talks about cycles in a way as well because of the round of the sun. The sun is near the end of the major arcana, which is major energy. That is also the ending of a cycle. And in the middle of this Hermit card, in the middle of the circle, are what looks to be like gears from the inner workings of a clock, and they're working together to get to the solution and propel yourself forward. There's a lot of forward movement here, and you're not waiting around for anybody to make decisions for you. You are making them for yourself. And in regards to this person from the past, well, you know what, that's going to be an individual decision, but it really feels like to me that there are some answers coming in, and you are going to have to put emotions aside, make that decision, and you will. You will be making that decision by the end of the month. So I'm going to leave it here. If you like the video, please feel free to watch it as many times as you like. But give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are not subscribed. I do personal readings. You can find me both on Instagram and on Facebook through Victorian Metal Raven Tarot. And I will talk to you soon.